Hello all you awakening wonders out there. My name is Chrissy and I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 18th of August. Now, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. I do talk a lot about current global energies. So I'll close my eyes, we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. Now, I'm getting that these people are waking up. I do talk here a lot about people waking up because it's a big part of our experience at the moment. They're being gifted with information. So information is starting to come to these people who are needing to hear it. And things are becoming clearer and clearer and clearer to them. Now, it's like they're showing me, to these people waking up, that things are becoming, the information that is becoming more and more magnified. It's like it's expanding and it's expanding and it's getting clearer and it's getting clearer. And it's showing me like this giant what do you call that? Microscope? No, what do you call it? Magnifying glass. Sorry, guys. Magnifying glass, like Sherlock Holmes. And it is showing them the truth because they're starting to read into the detail. That's the people waking up. The information is starting to filter down to them. And this is great. We need them to see the real stuff that's going on, like beneath the surface. So I'm definitely getting that. They're getting that information now. Because they've been bewildered for a long time. Apart from being tired, these people waking up have been bewildered by what is going on. Now, I don't know if you've noticed it where you guys are, but I did say they're going to slow it down. So they've put the brakes on with the reset agenda rollout because they hit people too hard. And these people have been left in this state of like bewilderment, confusion. They're scratching their heads. It's showing me them scratching their heads, wondering what the hell is going on. Now, we have to remember, and I know we're a bit impatient sometimes on my channel, that these people don't know about the reset agenda. They don't know all the global meetings and all the things that are going on like we do in Davos and all this sort of stuff and how they're all interconnected, and they don't know about it. So they don't know. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? They don't understand that at the core of all this is the Great Reset agenda. They just think it's all bips and bobs and that, well, like here in Australia, for example, we've got our new Prime Minister rather, and it feels to them like he's just come in and so he's starting to change everything. So you've got to picture this from their point of view and from being in their shoes. They've been dictated to for nearly 3 years now, and by a Prime Minister, ScoMo, who actually lied to them, as it's come out on the news this week. And then we got the new Prime Minister, for example, and he's implementing everything. So they would just think automatically that he's just coming in and making changes. See, it coincided. That's us in Australia. I know for you other countries it's probably a little bit different. But these people waking up are bewildered as to what's going on. They really are. They're confused. They're muddled up. Gosh, we're even muddled up. And here on my channel, I know you guys out there, we even knew the global reset was coming, the carbon wallets, like all the checking in, all this credit scoring, blah, blah, blah. We knew it was coming, and it's still confusing for us. I mean, look at all the pushing of electric cars. They're push, but none of us have the infrastructure for all that. And plus, no one's got the money to go and buy an electric car because they're still really dear. So, you know, these are really futuristic goals that they just hit people with too much. See, they should have been wiser and staggered it all out, and no one would have even questioned anything. But because they were so keen to get it all rolling, and they rolled out their red carpet and everything, like I said a few months ago, but it hasn't gone to plan because people started to wake. And when people started waking up, these elites started to panic. They had to hide everything away again. Gosh, I watched Tony Lynn this morning, and I don't know if you guys follow him. He's very good. He calls out anything around the jab. And he was talking about the CDC has removed wording in their documents, and we know they would have, to cover their tracks. And I was thinking that could have been that evidence I was talking about the other day driving away with the evidence. But I watched that this morning, and he said they've taken like a whole sentence out of their report because they don't want to be caught out, because now we've got blood clots on the rise. These spike proteins create changes in your body. We all know that if you're here on my channel. And of course they're going to hide it. So he had two documents, one from 2022, I think, but now the document has changed. The wording, they took a whole sentence out. They're just monsters, aren't they? They really are. It makes you so mad that they can just hide evidence and just cover their tracks all the time. And no one's accountable, are they? I feel for anyone out there vaccine injured or who's lost their livelihood through mandates and things, because this has just been an absolute nightmare for no reason. And like I said, the CDC's come out now and said that anyone on jabs on the equivalent as the jab, so there's absolutely no difference in your immune system. So that was great. That was a good couple of years locking everybody up and causing restrictions and, God, affecting kids' mental health. God knows where this is all heading in the future. But that's what I'm getting. I'll just close my eyes and see what else we get today. People are removing themselves now. These people in the narrative are removing themselves away. They're figuring, if I don't get that jab and if I don't comply to that, maybe it'll just go away. See, people want it to go away. You think about it. Oh, God. Can you imagine all that coming at you when you've been completely blindsided? You didn't even see it coming. You would fall over, like I said, the castaways falling over on the beach like all bedraggled from the waves washing over them. They hit them with wave after wave after wave. God, there was even the food shortages. Remember they were showing the pictures on TV of the grocery stores with no food, and then there's all this talk of vegan and they're buying up farmland, and like there was just so much hitting people too hard. And so people are trying to gently, I would say, remove themselves without government noticing. Of course they'll notice. They know who the compliers were. But I am getting that a lot of these people are now starting to, and I keep saying it, move away from government. They're running out of that tunnel and heading towards the light. And this is the people waking up, not us. We're over here being the braveheart bikers now that are cruising around the countryside, enjoying our freedom and being confident in our decision-making processes and knowing where we're heading, even though it's sort of to freedom. We don't really care because we just are so happy to feel free of all this garbage. Let me see where else we go today. Yeah, and it's people are hurting. See, this is hurting their hip pocket. People know as soon as government starts to touch finances, as you know in Canada, with Trudeau and the freezing of the bank accounts of innocent people who donated money to the truckers, well, people are realising, hang on, I think my money's going down the drain here. Government seems to be taking all my money. Rates going up. Water rates are going up. They've even played some tricks and swapped the different things around with the rates, and the costings are here and there and everywhere. Gosh, we know how clever government is at bringing in the dollars, but they don't seem to spend it on very practical things, do they? So these people financially are getting hit hard. I did say that would happen in August. They just can't keep doing it. They're too tired. These people are too tired. So they're either going to just collapse in a heap and just give up, or they're going to remove themselves from that narrative. And that's what I'm getting for these people waking up. They have to remove themselves. They have to get their energy back because they feel so depleted, as we know. We remember how that used to feel. We're not there anymore because we've learned how to re-energize ourselves and build our life back. But these people have to find that way to get away in order to strengthen themselves and hopefully one day fight up against government. But I'm definitely getting that. They're slowly trying to move away from government. Oh, and they're being naughty little children like us, us rebels. They're becoming rebellious, and that's good. We need a rebellion, don't we? On a very large scale to stand up against these elite tyrants that are trying to take over our world. It's incredible, isn't it? Hang on, let's see what else we get. Yeah, I'm getting China's making a move. But see, what I talked about the other day with China is they dominate in the commodity market, like the processing of things and the exchange of goods. They dominate in that market. We know they do. Gosh, everything's pretty much made in China. And I do feel that they're marching forward still with that. I keep getting that. It's not so much war. And I guess we could also, if you think about it, I think it's Taiwan, isn't it, that does make the microchips that go in the cars that are made in China. I don't know. It's a bit of a cycle. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're sort of marching towards, that power grab. You think about if you can grab a few things like that microchip making processes, you start to control a lot of what goes on in the world. So this is kind of an example of China marching forward. They're not marching in the sense of war. They're marching in the sense of like commodity control, if that makes sense, because we know they do have a lot of control over these kind of markets when it comes to things being churned out on production line. China is what everybody thinks of. You know, if you said who's the biggest sort of manufacturer of toys, for example, in the world, everyone would just go China. Like it's automatic that in our own minds we all think of China. So they know they've got this really good power in their commodities. So they are marching forward with that. If they withhold goods, people have to sort of it's not so much bow down to them, but respect them. Like China wants that respect of the rest of the world. Oh my God, it's just full on, isn't it? There's too many dictators and people wanting to run the show. It's just overwhelming, isn't it? They're coming from every angle. Oh, hang on. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm getting Wales and Ireland. I'm feeling for you guys that things are actually softening over there. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? But I do feel there's like a real softening of... it could be around the CV, but there's this softening. It's all kind of stabilised now. It's not all dramatic anymore around these regions. I'm getting that softening of the energy, a softening, I guess you could say, of the narrative. But in Wales and Ireland, I'm just getting that softening. Things are feeling more back to normal. It's just a softer energy. The governments there aren't hitting hard anymore. They were, but they've taken that step back and they're just allowing the people to kind of sort of be and get on with it. And we never know how long that's going to last for, but like enjoy that while you can, because there's definitely a softening of the narrative and the softening of the energy in Wales and Ireland. I'm just seeing those like beautiful green hills. People staying in their homes a lot more. We know that a lot of the elderly and that kind of stay in their homes. They're still very paranoid and they wear their masks and that sort of thing, and that will never stop because that's that mass psychosis. But I feel like everybody else in Ireland and Wales is starting to move around a lot more. Not over the top, but there's a lot more normality and it's a softer energy, and everyone's really enjoying it there. I am getting that for your region. It's like saying to me like greener pastures. Like the pastures are green. Oh, you've had very dry weather, so I don't know how the pastures are green. Maybe you've got rain coming. Is it real rain or man-made rain? We don't know. But I am getting there's like greener pastures. So you're getting this little bit of... when you think of green pastures, I guess that's what they're saying. There's a softness about it. It's not like the harsh, dry grass of summer. There's this softer pastures for that region. I'll just see what else we get today. If there's anything to close with. I'm getting this, there's a controversial issue. It's in America, I think. Something gate. God, I'm just trying to think what it is. It was some scandal. Well, they're saying that this Trump thing is very much like that. It's out of control. The vilification of Trump is just like getting ridiculous. Like, it's almost laughable. You know, people are laughing at that in America because it's extreme and over the top. God, even here in Australia, we look at that on the news or wherever, and you just think, what? This is ridiculous. But again, see, we're always aware of it on my channel, that it's distraction. We're watching a big show playing out. It's like a charade, a show. This is what we're all watching, and it does look like a comedy show and a comedy play. Gosh, over here you've got Biden, who's just like a puppet that's being, you know, his strings are being pulled, and he's just, we don't even know what he is. And then you've got the big Trump event that's like bigger than America itself that's going on, and they're just trying to squash him and stamp him out. It's just, they don't want anyone with a voice, basically. They don't want anyone to have a voice. It's like become a comedy show, America. It's like it's almost like it's on the world stage for everyone's entertainment. And I know you guys understand, that makes sense. But I am getting that all this highlighting, putting the spotlight on Trump, is all a good distraction for everything else that's going on. And I mean, everything else means there would be a lot going on. And Biden's a distraction as well. We all know that here. Gosh, he can't even make a sensible decision, or nothing coming out of his mouth is just making any sense. So that's really obvious to even the rest of the world. So I am feeling that in America. It's just this big show at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see how it all eventuates. I'll see if there's anything else to close with today. Oh, they're just saying that Trump is very thick-skinned, and he doesn't take things on board like all seriously. It's like saying he hasn't got anything to hide. Like, he's not perfect angel, but he can see that it's all just a big act and scare tactics. He's not really worried about it. But that's so Trump, isn't it? Oh. I'll see if there's anything to close with for us today. The guides are telling us to just get on our bike today. Get on your bike, they're saying. And go for that nice ride in the country as the Braveheart bikers. We're just to head off and do whatever we can to stay out of this absolute and complete utter madness, the guides are saying. We don't want to be involved in any of that at all. We have to stay as far away from all of that as possible. And that's how we continue to heal any wounds and things we've had in the past. We just keep getting away from it as far away. And if you think of a motorbike, you can go far away really fast. And that's the message I'm going to leave you with today. Get on your bike and keep going that direction. Away from government, away from people waking up, and away from the stupid... And although we watch it sometimes, but away from the stupid shit show that's currently going on. It's just complete madness, isn't it? Oh, anyway, I'm going to leave you with that today. Have a great day, everybody. I'll say goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like buttons and the bell notification so you know my videos pop up. And I'll say goodbye from Australia. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.